Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to make a clicking simulator on Roblox. Now I already made a series on that, but you guys liked it, so I'm remaking it. And also because people, a lot of people have problems with the scripts in this series. So yeah, that's why I'm making the series again, but more clearly. No, yeah. Let's get started. So first, so basically, to get these two pages right here, so Explorer and Properties, go to View right here, and click on Explorer and Properties. Now you don't need the output. Nice. You can scale the window however you want, like this. So you take the edge, you hold, and you can change the size of the window. And what you want to do now is go to JavaScript service, hover it in the Explorer, hover this category, and click the plus. Because when you hover the category, a white plus button should appear, and click on it. And click on script. This is how to add stuff in something. You can go to the properties when you select the script and change the name to leader stats. Now what we're gonna do is do local function leader stats, and then 2 brackets, and in the brackets you can do play. So we're creating a function, and you should see a end right here, up here. And now you can do local leader stats is equal to instance.new folder, comma player in the brackets right here. Now, by the way, guys, I got a lot of hate comments saying that it doesn't work or it's fake and stuff, but it's not fake. Like, you just have an error in your script or a misspell, because you need everything right here needs to, or all the code needs to have like to be perfectly right. Well, like for example, right here, if you have a capital L instead of a normal L, it won't work. So this is the proof that it's not fake. Now I do leader stats.name is equals to the leader stats. Can copy these 2 lines, put it in here, and instead of leader stats now you can do clicks, or we'll do tabs just to change a bit, and then copy this, put it here, and make sure you change everything that is leader stats to tabs in here. And the tabs.value is equals to 0. Now here where it says folder, put in value, and here instead of player you do leader stats. Now you can go down and copy this, put it in here. Let's do local rebuffs. So the same as these 3 lines, but just do rebuffs instead of tabs. And that's good. Now you can go down in here and do game.players.player added :connect, and in the brackets you can do leader stats. So yeah, again, make sure everything is correctly spelled like in the video. For example, in here if you have a normal I, it won't work. So make sure you know it's correctly spelled. Alright, and now when you press play, as you can see here, we have tabs and rebuffs. Pretty cool. Now we can go to started UI, add something again. So click the plus and press on screen GUI. Rename the screen GUI to we can do main GUI, and then go to Zindex behavior in the properties of the main GUI. Once you change the name, and pick global instead of a sibling. Very nice. And then add in a text button. This is going to be our clicker. Boom. You can change the size in here. I'm gonna do 0, 100, 0, 100. And to make it round, you can add in the text button. You can add a UI corner. As you can see, it's round. Pretty cool. I'm gonna make it round like that. It's pretty cool. You can rename the button to clicker. And you can add a UI gradient. Now this is just to make it look cool, but it's a gradient basically. That's all it is. I'm just gonna make it cool, like this. And I like to put the rotation of the UI gradient to 90, so it's, you know. Now I can add in a frame. This is pure design, by the way. If you want to make an outline, what I usually do is I add a frame in the clicker button. I change the index to 0. Then I duplicate the UI corner, put in the frame, and make the size a bit bigger, like this, and then put it in the middle. Now this is a bit big. Yeah, this is a bit too big, but that's fine. Alright, cool. This is a lot better. And then you can do, for the text, you can do click if you want. I'm gonna put Fredoka 1 for the font. Text color. The text color doesn't work if you have a UI gradient. So what I do to make it work is I add a text label. Make the background transparency to 1. Size to 1, 1, 0, or 1, 0, 1, 0 to make it the same size as the parent, which is the clicker. And by the way, a parent is what's inside of. For example, if your frame is in a GUI, for example, if the frame is in a screen GUI, then the frame is the children of the screen GUI, and the parent of the frame is the screen GUI. That's it. It's very simple. And now when you put the text color to white, it will work. Let's put the text to click. Nice. Alright, we have a nice button right here. This is pretty advanced, you know, button. Like, yeah, you actually don't need to do this design. Like, really, you can just add a text button and rename it to clicker, and that's it. You have a working clicker. And now you can add in a local script in the clicker button, like this, and you can rename it to click. Now we will be creating a variable for the player. So local player is equal to game.players.localPlayer, and the script.parent mouse button 1 click, or dot activated, sorry. Yeah, and then connect function 2 brackets like this, and go down. You should see an end right here appear if you did not make any mistake in this line. And do player dot taps, or actually do colon wait for child taps colon. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Okay, no. Don't do it like me. Do player, comma, not comma, colon wait for child, and then later stats, and then colon wait for child tabs. Yeah, like this. Okay, see this line? Do the same, and then do dot value with a capital V. Like I said, don't do any errors while you're writing the code, and do plus equal to 1, and then do if, and then copy all the way to the dot value like this, put it in here. So if player colon wait for child colon colon wait for child later stats colon wait for child rebuffs, change that to rebuffs, dot value is higher. So this line, if you're in window, you do shift and then press on the button which has the arrow on it. So shift and then the arrow, and it will do that. And if you don't do shift, it will do this. You see? So yeah, hold shift when you do it, and then so it's higher than so it means it's higher, by the way, and this is smaller. So it's higher than 0. Then copy this line, and instead of plus equal 1, do plus equal, and then this. So yeah, it's just some copy pasting actually. And now if you play the game, sorry, you click and you get tabs. Alright? So now what we want to do is we want to make, for the future, we want to make a upgrade shop. So go to the later stats, copy these 2 lines, so the line 3 and 4 for me, put it on the upgrades, local upgrades. Boom, we can replace later stats by upgrades, and here too. The name equals, and then you need to replace it in here too. And we can do copy the local rebuffs, these 3 lines, put it here, and here we can do click cooldown, put it in here, here, and here. Put the value of it to 1, and it's going to be in the leader stats. Upgrades. So instead of comma leader stats, do comma upgrades, which is right here the name of how you called your upgrades folder, and here. Alright, you need to put this and not this. This is the name when you play the game. So this. And now go back to the click, and the local debounce is equals to false. And then in here we can do if debounce equals to false, then add in an end here. Alright, do exactly what I do, okay? Or else it probably won't work. And then we can do after the first end, go down and do wait, copy this, alright, paste it here, and instead of later stats you do upgrades with a capital U, and click cooldown here, the value, which is 1 that we set in the script, and then debounce equals to false. And here, by the way, I forgot, you need to do debounce equals to true. And now, if you play the game, as you can see, we can click, but we have a cooldown of 1, which is in our upgrades folder, and here, in the player. You have the click cooldown value, which you can change to, for example, 0.1, You'll need to wait 0.1 seconds if you want to click again. But if you do the changes in game, it won't work. But if you do it in the studio, so for example here, if we do 0.2 cooldown, it will work. And you can spam click, as you can see here in the tabs. You can kind of spam click, because it's set to a very low number. But if you do 1, then you'll need to wait a second if you want to tap again. As you can see, I'm spamming right now. You can hear my mouse, and it has a cooldown of 1, so that's why yeah. Anyway, that's how you make a clicker. And now we can add another button. Now you can just copy the clicker button and select it, and select everything that is in, except the scripts and the UI stuff. So like UI corner, UI grain and stuff. Just take like I'm doing right here in the video. Can put it in here, and this is going to be our rebirth button. So rename the button to rebirth, change the text to rebirth. You can change the UI gradient color if you want. And by the way, I didn't tell you how to make gradients. I forgot. So basically, here you have color, and you need to click on the middle here, and then click on the 3 dots, and it will open a window right here, which has 2 points or 2 arrows. If you click on one arrow and click on color, or like the cube color, I mean the square, you can change the color of 1 point. And you can do the same with the second point, as you can see here. So let's do, I think this color is pretty cool, like an orange gradient. It's pretty cool. Can delete the local script, and we can add in a frame. Put it the size as you want. Going to do that. Now for other players, it might be, or it depends on how big how good your PC is, or not how good, but like how big your resolution is. For example, if you have a big resolution like me, the frame will appear very small on other people's screen. So you have to make it pretty big, so it's not too small for other people. Alright? And this is the wrong color, by the way. Boom. You can add in a text label in the frame. Background transparency to 1. Font to whatever you want. Actually, this is just customization. Text color to, I'm gonna do white. Rebirth menu. Okay, cool. Nice. And now, add in a scrolling frame. Make it as big as this, probably. Background color to 000, and background transparency to 0.5. I think it's pretty cool. Or 0.7. Yeah, this 0.75. And see here, border size pixel, change it to 0. Because with 1, you see what it does? This is not really cool. You wanna keep it to 0 so it doesn't do this line. Now in the scrolling frame, add in a UI list layout, and then add in a button. Make it as big as you want. I'm gonna do this long. Pick a color to something like this. Yeah. or you can do background transparency to 0.5. Yeah, like this. And in the UI list layout properties, go to horizontal alignment and check center. And then you can the text button, you can change its name to button 1, and you can customize it a bit if you want to. .40 is a good text size. And do for example, like 10 tabs for 1 rebuff as a text. Yeah. And then add in so go to the plus after button 1, click on it, and then add in a it's called number value. Go to properties of the value, change its name to price with a capital P, change the value of it to 10, which is our price of our rebuff right here. Add in a local script in the button. And now we can rename this local script to buy. And we can start scripting. So again, do a variable for the player. Local player equals to game.player is the local player. And do script.parent, which is the button. As I said, I teach you what's a parent and a children earlier. And you can do .activated connect function, and if player wait for child brackets these, and then leader stats, and copy player copy colon with child leader stats, copy this, put in here, and instead of leader stats you can do tabs, and then is higher or equal to, so the this sign and then equal, do not put any space between them, so is higher or equal to script.parent.price .value, then you don't need to write the then, it just writes itself. Like if you do enter, as you can see, it wrote then. And then in line 5 you can do player wait for child later stats, wait for child tabs dot value. Oh yeah, I forgot to do dot value in here, sorry, after the tabs here, do value. Okay, cool. So player wait for child later stats, wait for child tabs dot value is equal to 0. If you wanna make the tabs reset when you click when you rebuff, need to do equal 0. But if you want to reduce the tabs value to the price, so for example, if you buy the rebuff and you have 50 tabs, it will go to 40. You need to do minus equal and then script.parent.price.value. Alright, cool. Go down and do player wait for child later stats, wait for child rebuffs of value. You can copy this and replace it by rebuffs. So dot value plus equal to 1. Nice. And by the way, in the UI list layout properties, you can change the padding to 0,20. So that when you duplicate the button, it will put it under. And it's very useful if you don't want to duplicate, move it under, and you know, it's kind of boring when you do that. So yeah, can copy or duplicate the button by doing Control D or you right click on the button and the Explorer and you duplicate. You can see the shortcut in here, by the way. Anyway, change the price of this one to a bit higher, like 25. Can change the text to 25. Rebuff for 2 rebuffs. Go to buy, and here you do plus equal to 2, and that's nice. Alright, cool. Go to the frame, properties, and then make sure visible is unticked when you finished everything. Go to the rebuff button, add in a local script, and do script.parent.activated, connect function, 2 brackets, go under, you should see an end appear. The script.parent.frame .visible is equals to not script.parent.frame.visible. So the not basically means that, so basically this code, the first line is when you click the button, and this makes it so the visibility of the frame, for example, right now is not visible, but if you click it, it will be not what it currently is. You know, for example, if you click the button and the frame is visible, it will be non-visible when you click it. But if it's visible, if it's not visible, it will be visible. You know. So you can click play, and here you have our game is starting to get better. You can click to get tabs. Go to the rebuff menu. You can go to 10 tabs, and by the way, here, as you can see, we cannot buy it because we don't have enough tabs. But if you click to 10, we have 0 tabs, we have 1 rebuff, and it's pretty cool. As you can see, the multiplier also works. I get 2 tabs when I click now, and it's the same for the second button. I'm going to get, as you can see here, we cannot buy it because I have 24 right here. If you go to 25 or more, boom, I have 3 rebuffs. When I click, I get 4 now. I'm OP. And yeah. So this is gonna be it for the episode 1. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.